Firstly, thanks to Dr. Bhatia for the invitation, and as he rightly said in the email, it's sharing knowledge, and I think it's an excellent event to share knowledge. I was at the Water Congress yesterday and some really excellent presentations, and I wanted to share something I've learned about sustainable opportunities in the global water and waste recycling markets. My name is FREDRICK, and I lead the Environment and Water Program at Frost & Sullivan. Frost & Sullivan is a market research and consulting firm, and we track various industries, and the water market is one of the sectors that we track. I guess the theme of the conference being what next. As an analyst, that's what we do day in and day out, is trying to identify opportunities, crystal gazing, analyzing opportunities, quantifying them, and supporting clients in how they can tap some of the growth opportunities that are ahead. If you look at the environment space and the combination of water and waste, we think it's close to $1 trillion industry for water and waste management. We track opportunities both on the brownfield as well as the greenfield markets. The reason the brownfield markets are important, especially in the context of the water markets, is most of the infrastructure in the brownfield markets have become old, aging pretty much, and need either to be replaced, refurbished, or definitely improved in efficiencies. Greenfield markets are very interesting in terms of, new projects, new business models, as well as opportunities for greenfield geographies to actually leapfrog and use some of the best practices in technologies and solutions. But I think as an analyst, what's exciting currently right now is megatrends and how megatrends are influencing the opportunities both on the water and the waste sector. I mentioned a few examples. Urbanization, for example. A key megatrend, it poses a heavy stress on the water assets, and the possible solution is how you're going to decentralize some of the water management. Sydney is has an excellent vision in this, and is a very interesting approach, how you need to decentralize the entire water as well as waste management. Smart city, I was attending a couple of presentations on the smart city. I think smart city has a role to play in the water sector as well, especially in improving the efficiencies of networks, where utilities in some cases lose close to 50 to 60% of water due to leakages and pipe bursts. Smart is the new green. That's, I guess, is the sustainability equation. How we can identify opportunities that are much more sustainable. So that is linking in to the smarts equation. But I think the bottom line right now, both on the water sector as well as the waste sector, is the circular economy. The thinking on the water side was pretty much linear. Now the thinking is becoming very circular in nature. Singapore is pretty much there. On the waste side, already there are sectors like, say, the automotive sector or the construction and demolition waste sector, where it's pretty much circular in nature. But I guess going ahead, that's the opportunity, how you can see the opportunities of the circular economy for water and waste management. I have a team of analysts who are pretty much scattered around the world. I call them the nerve endings of Frost & Sullivan and the environment practice. They pretty much gauge the ground reality. And both in the case of the water as well as the waste markets, these are global markets, but the opportunities are pretty much local in nature. So our analysts are able to analyze these opportunities and pretty much give you a ground reality feel of what are the market opportunities and how companies can actually go after them. What areas we cover within the environment and water space? We were looking at technologies in the past, but now we started looking at water utilities, because that is the greater focus area, and how smart solutions are trying to improve the efficiency challenge that water utilities have. We're analyzing opportunities on the water intensive as well as the water critical industries, and see what are the opportunities there, not just on the water part, but also what's the integration between the external element, which is water and waste management, to the actual processes within the industry, and how that can be combined together to make it much more integrated. Looking at waste to value, where we analyze pretty much what's happening on the recycling side along various waste streams, and I have a few figures to share towards the end, and also identify or even share some of the growth opportunities. Desalination, definitely a market which is growing pretty much till 2007 and 2008. Then, due to the recession, has gone down a bit, but now has back on the growth trajectory. It's an interesting market, very energy intensive, but interesting opportunities there again for solutions which can address the energy intensity there. Few other niche areas we look at, say for example, mobile water treatment services for rental businesses, as well as the ballast sector, which is treating ballast water on ships.